A1's vacuum A1's live stream for Thursday, September 8th, and I'm wondering if I even changed that on the
I don't know if I put it in
title
right.
of the
Nope.
of the live stream. It might say Wednesday, September 7th. I think I changed it,
Shoot, I don't know what it is.
but I don't know.
I don't.
You need it.
I think I do.
So, Thursday 9/8. I did change it. Yay. All right. So, Alex is back in the shop, feeling more confident that we'll remain a week out on service.
I need to do a new one.
You could do it later. I'll put stuff away.
Yeah, later, Jeannie.
Good morning.
What do we have talked about today?
What we had to talk about? Sorry. I never make fun. I rarely make fun of you. You always make fun of me.
Well, you're so make funnable.
I'm so make funnable. I was talking to Patrick about I have that electric car, and I love it because it is so. I was like, it's so spiffy, and I was like,
I'm like, it's not that clean anymore. It's covered in
I go,
ash.
is that what it is? It spiffy? Like, it's fast. What's the word for? I go, it's so jiffy. He's like, that's
Like
peanut
Jiffy's
butter. And then he goes, you mean
it's just another
zippy?
day in the life.
You mean zippy?
Translating
And I was like,
for Jeannie Mulligan.
oh my God, yes, I mean zippy. It's so zippy. So, if you see me in town, and
There's a new A1 vehicle in town.
yeah, it has A1 stickers on it, and then it says peace, love, and sewing on the back.
So
But it says A1 on it, and if you see me speeding, it is not my fault. It is the car's fault. I can't. It's just so fast. And so I'll either be driving like 20 under the speed limit or like 20 over, because I can't seem to just like get in the pocket. I am either like daydreaming and then I'm like everyone's passing me, people are honking, or else I'm like speeding past everybody. And I just, because you don't even feel it. And the next thing you know, you're like,
going 100.
yeah, you're going like 100 miles an hour. So please don't think I'm a horrible driver. I'm not. I'm really not a horrible driver.
We just had somebody just told us that like one of our friends is almost like hit a cyclist a couple times. And I was like, oh, that's so funny.
One of the first days, somebody did they flipped me off. And I think it's because I was driving slowly. So, and now you know it's me.
Flipped.
Oh, I'm flipped. Oh, because it's.
There's Shauna. Shauna's here. Woo! Okay. I did finish. Well, I kind of finished. I couldn't find the you're supposed to use little key rings to attach this, and I couldn't find it. So right before the live feed, I just sewed this strap onto the bag. So people were asking about the Erin crossbody bag. Last night I got home, and Violet goes, your sewing room's really clean. And I was like, oh, well, I kind of picked up a little bit. And she goes, not like Jeannie clean, but Sage clean. I was like, Sage clean? So I got home and like every surface was cleaned off. Like everything was, but it also meant I was like, I had this thing of Kimberbell fabric over here. Do you know where that went? And she's like, oh yeah, it's here. So everything had been reorganized.
This morning we're like, where are the lunch bags?
I was like, where's Momo's stuff? So not only did she clean my sewing room, which looks amazing.
She totally reorganized the kitchen.
She reorganized the kitchen, and then she moved all the furniture in like our entryway. Where there's not much there. There's like a bench and like a little like organizational table. But now it means that I can't find anything for a little while. But everything's like
I finally found those glasses.
She is so good at putting stuff like she always says to me.
Well, and she gets rid of stuff too. Like she's like,
she
is
didn't
this
really
garbage?
Get rid of anything.
And I'm like, yeah, it's garbage.
But now I can't find anything. But yeah, it was like because when I film in my sewing studio, I can't take the camera and I'm like here, and then if I need to like go over to here, I go like this super fast, so you don't see any of the mess. I'm like, all right, let's get started again, and then we get started again, ladies.
You're shooting lasers.
Yeah. So now I might even be like, hey, check that out, you know? But we'll see how long it'll last.
We need to do today, and I will definitely do today, a video regarding
The cabinet?
the cabinet.
Okay, let me show them this. So, I need to show them the kit they're going to get, though. So this is the Erin. This is the next Digital Dealer Club project. And if you've never done a In the Hoop zipper pouch, this is what we're going to be doing. Your kit is going to be for the 5x7, which I actually think it'd be perfect to put your little cell phone in and just like on the go kind of stuff. I actually think I did the 8x12 because I was like, oh, bigger's better. But I think this is too big. And I did different fabrics. So this is like stuff I had left over from Sanctuary. But look how it's like huge. I go, can we put an iPad in here? But Patrick says it's too small.
I think it's too narrow.
Isn't that cute though? So there's quilting in the hoop. The whole back of it is quilted with the, I think that's called orange peel, right? And then it's totally lined.
Why do they call that orange peel?
Excuse me. But I think it's going to take us, this took a long time to stitch out just because of all the quilting, but it's super cute. And yours will have little D-rings. So I got little D-rings for it, and it's just going to be super fun. So this is, kits are available. You can purchase those online. And the design, remember, if you get the design, you're not going to get the design until October 1st. That's when it's going to be released. But it was super fun. And it includes everything. So your stabilizer, your shape flex. Yeah, it'll be fun too. So get signed up for that. Your kit, however, will be for the 5x7, and it will have these fabrics. But then you could, you know, do whatever else you want with it, which was like super cute. I loved it. Fun. While we were stitching that, we were watching Elvis. I watched it again. And Sage's dad goes, Sage brought her dad over, and she goes, what do you think of the movie? He goes, very disappointing. Because he goes, I know the #1 Elvis impersonator in the country, and he's much better, is what he said.
But
I thought that
movie
movie was incredible. Have you? It was so that the guy who played Elvis was so good.
I don't know.
So he's so good. I would like to get that design and kit. Is that on the website? Yes, it is. It's under, just type in Erin, ERIN, and then it'll come up. And the Zoom class is going to be October 7th. So when you either purchase the design or the kit, you're automatically put into the class. And if I forget, just shoot me an email. Pumpkin Pizzazz. I was on there this morning working on that, so this will be up there too. I just had to like work out the dates and the pattern. So I spoke to Christine Clark, who is the person who does the patterns, and she's got a new lower price on the pattern. So don't purchase it yet. I think the pattern's now $9.99, so I have to make that change.
Yeah, in a world where everything's getting more expensive.
Yes.
This is getting less expensive.
Yes. If you want to take this class, things that we're going to be using is the curved foot. You could use the standard foot, the elastic foot. We do just to do the trendles. We do
tendrils?
Tendrils.
Did you call them tendrils?
I call them TR, but it's TE. You know, English is my second language.
No, it's not.
But I talk as though it is. So I was just changing the description online because we had to do a couple of changes, and I'll have to change the pricing. You can do this with a regular 4-thread serger. However, it does say tendrils on here. I don't think you can do the cover stitch. I think we use a cover stitch to do the little.
What would they do? Could they do a flat lock stitch? rather than a cover stitch for that?
I'm gonna have to play with it and see if maybe you can do it with a four thread. We're just gonna have to do some modifications, but it is really made to be done with an 8 thread with all the other stuff.
And so let's talk about that really fast, because
let me figure out the modifications.
The classes that we do on the serger are done on the Baby Lock sergers. And the reason that I mention that is some of you might be watching and you might have a 4 thread or a 5 thread or an 8 thread from another brand. And if you want to do this class,
you need to know your serger.
You need to know your serger, meaning we can totally help you all day long, every day with the Baby Lock sergers. But if you are without a Baby Lock serger, A, we should get you one.
Let's get you one.
And B, you just need to be familiar with your serger.
There's certain sergers that we can sell, that we can ship, right?
There are plenty of them now.
Which ones can we ship?
The Victory, the
Can we ship the
Celebrate. I don't think I need to look because all this stuff is changing. They keep adding stuff.
Yeah, and if you want, I can do a demo for you via Zoom. But I call it, ladies, petting the puppy. Don't be surprised if you come and pet the puppy.
We can do the Accolade now.
You come and pet the puppy, and then you go home with the puppy because the puppy's so cute.
Well, and so there's a national special on the Accolade right now.
Accolade is an 8 thread.
That's an 8 thread.
Yeah. And you know, we use our serger all the time. Whether you want to complete your Kimberbell projects, you want to put binding onto something, you want to do something like this fun project. We just did like a serger bag, which was super fun. So yeah,
but I will
just
totally,
get it. Rolo
totally
says just get it.
I will totally beat the current sale price on the Accolade. So if anybody wants an Accolade, the current sale price I think is roughly $4,000.
That's map pricing.
And I can do way better.
What about the Triumph?
I can't sell that and ship it.
Okay, we can't sell and ship the Triumph.
If you want a Triumph, you need to come see us.
Come see us. We'll make it worth your while. You can fly in. We'll have lunch.
I almost beat that price on a Triumph yesterday. So
yeah.
But you got to buy it in the store.
Shauna's here today. Thank you. Michelle is not here.
Sad.
I don't think Michelle is going to be in for another day or two.
Yeah. So, but Shauna's here. Lori's here today. Fabric sale continues. We went through so much fabric yesterday. And you know what that means? If fabric goes out, fabric comes in.
But different fabric that's not going to sit here for long times.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. And I've already ordered more.
Oh, jeez.
I know. But we have some really fun projects coming up.
There was a long period of time where I was like, we are not selling fabric.
I love having fabric. I love it. Remember the first live feed that Shauna and I did, and we go, oh, ladies, look at our fabric department.
And it was like
we had 4 bolts of fabric, and that wasn't long ago.
No.
What was that, like 2 years ago? And now we are a fabric destination. No, we're not. We are not a fabric destination, but we have more fabric than we used to have.
Yes, the muslin is on sale.
Okay, so let's talk about the muslin, because I had some people, if you buy 21 plus yards, which it was easy. The ladies walk in, I'm like, ladies, it's easy to do 21 plus.
Honestly?
How do I know? Because the ladies keep coming in and doing it, and they do it with ease. And I'm like, look how easy that was.
And it's so much fun.
And it's so much fun walking out with that big bag of fabric. So, I've had some people just get a bolt. If you get a bolt of 90 inch, it comes 15 yards to a bolt. And then you're only 6 yards away. You just go this. And then you're at 21. 40% off.
I love that.
40.
That's big.
That's like
That's
we don't
crazy.
even really make anything.
That,
I have enough for coffee. And you have a bolt. and then then you don't have to run to the store
This
to
is
get
how
it.
she's selling this to me.
Patrick earmuffs.
I'm like, this is the entire point. We shouldn't sell fabric.
We make enough for coffee, baby.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that is not a good way to sell it to Patrick. Forget I just said that. We make so much money. It's a win-win. We make money and you get a great price. We don't really make anything. Anyhow,
This is what I've been saying.
but you know what? We get to turn it over and then we get to get something new and different. And that's exciting. Isn't it?
She just like shopping. This is like you guys are feeding her addiction.
Oh, man. Because you know who's coming? Michael Miller's coming. I've never met with them before.
When are they coming?
I told myself I wasn't going to have any fabric recs coming because I can't say no.
I'm
They're like,
taking part.
they lay everything
I'm taking
out.
part this time.
Last time you were like, just tell her just to say yes. You told them. I thought that was, is it called carte blanche? What's it called?
Yeah.
I thought that was carte blanche. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
I didn't grow up with like any of these being, they were just like, Genia.
Remote.
Yeah. We talk like cavemen in my house. That's how, like, I didn't, so I struggle verbally.
Like
It was like, ugh. We just like grunted and pointed. That's all we did in my house. I'd walk in and my dad would be like, ugh. And then that was it. So you wouldn't even know that I like was educated, that I was educated. Okay. Anything else we need to talk about? We haven't had many classes. We're working on, Michelle's been home working on classes that are going up. So we're going to have new Scan and Cut. We'll have new Surger stuff going up too. And, yeah, I don't have anything else to talk about. Today's Thursday. I talked to my rep about the tape dispensers and the binders, and she said they're processing them right now. I still have not gotten shipping confirmation. So I think I'm just going to start sending stuff out that we've been waiting, unless everyone's good waiting until next week.
A lot of people have been asking me dates on upgrades, etc.
Uh-oh.
So yesterday, I've been calling, like, I've tried not to be... You know what I've learned is sometimes the squeaky wheel does get oiled.
Maybe
so,
we should
like,
squeak more. We
well,
try not
we
to
never
squeak.
squeak. And
We don't-
so at least people are happy to talk to us normally.
Normally? What do you mean?
Well, every now and then we squeak.
Rarely.
But
We try not to complain and be understanding.
But anyways, I've been calling once a week on upgrades, generally at the end of the week. But I was on the phone yesterday with one of my inside reps at Baby Lock, and I got off the phone and said to Jeannie, I feel like that was super non-committal, and she's trying to walk back the commitment to getting us our stuff.
Oh, what
by
if
the
they're
16th.
watching?
It's okay, because that's really what happened.
That's how we feel.
So, like, I'd been asking every week. They had provision dates of September 16th. I had commented a couple times that, like, anybody who'd asked in the store, at least I had said, I'll believe it once they're all in my hands. But they did tell us from the very beginning, you guys were an early order and a large order. And, we expect to get those, to you in September. Yesterday, she was a lot less committal. She basically talked about a large shipment of upgrades that were shipped out of Taiwan on the 21st of August that were supposed to be in country this week. They are being provisioned and shipped to us directly from Henderson, which is, the faster way to do it. But she definitely wasn't giving me dates. So, we'll stay on top of it. I'd rather not say, hey, it's not going to be here, but I did not hear that answer that I'd gotten the last couple of weeks, like 3 or 4 weeks, where they were like, all orders should be able to be filled by the 16th. We haven't collected payment on a lot of them just because, you know, we didn't want to, you know, we didn't want to, you know, reach out and collect payment long before we were actually delivering them. But, you know, our standing order is an early one, and I'll keep you up to date as they arrive. But
so we'll let you know.
We'll definitely let you know. No
No sound?
we have sound on this end.
Hold me. I have to pick up some today. Oh, yeah. Just come on in, Margaret, and you can come in and pick that up. I think I'm good.
So yeah. I guess I'm good too.
So, we will see you guys tomorrow. Maybe we'll
we
do
have like
some
a
new
big giveaway plan?
I have stuff to give away.
That last one was a good one.
That was a really good one. And I guess just
Well, and
put
then
in
yesterday,
comments.
like, the smoke rolled into town, and I was like, let me go look and see what my air filters look like.
Did you see that? It was really, really smoky here yesterday.
It was awful in our neighborhood till like midnight last night. And then
We've had such a great summer without much smoke.
you better
Knock on
like,
wood.
My son's like, you know that doesn't work. And then I see him do it, and I'm like,
He did?
Yeah, and I'm like, I thought you said that doesn't work.
He's so practical and so
Frustrating.
He
Kai, if you're watching, I love you, buddy.
He said so. Last night we had a conversation at the table, and we were talking about
Thank you, Anna.
if something happens to me about Patrick getting remarried again.
He said, I always joke that I'll have to build a set.
Yeah, because I said there's gonna be I go, kids, there's gonna be a parade of women coming in and out of here, and then I go, just be prepared, they might be a lot younger than Mom.
That's not my style.
And then Patrick says that he wouldn't parade him in the house. He'd just build a set of stairs off of our back balcony that goes off of our bedroom, and then the kids wouldn't have to see.
Then they don't have to see him.
Yeah.
This is all a joke, by the way.
Yeah,
like, this is like us joking with each other.
They're gonna be. And then Kai says, what did he say?
Kai's like,
He wouldn't.
no, you should just be lonely. That's
No,
like literally
he
what
said
he
you
said.
should never get remarried again.
He said you should never get remarried, and you should never see anybody that's totally dishonoring Mom. But that's a sweet sentiment. But so my father passed away when I was 20. But my dad's first wife passed away when he was 44.
Yeah.
And so I think I've told you this. My sister, who's 20 years older than I, and I were really close when I was growing up. And she had kids that were closer to my age. And so a lot of times in the summer, my parents would send me down there, or she'd come spend time with us at the beach or whatever. But I had a conversation with my sister because I was, kind of raised in a household where I was the only child because my brother and my sister were out of the house. And so, I had a conversation with my sister at one point when I had said to her, was that hard for you? That because I know it was hard for my brother
To have another him remarry.
Less so. Is there a reason you're not using all these?
Stop, please.
My brother really struggled with the fact that my mom was younger, 15 years younger than my dad, closer in age to them than him. Nice job, Dad. the but my sister like told me this like kind of beautiful story about being at the beach with her mom, just kind of fly on the wall listening to her mom talk to one of her friends, and her mom said, I've told you this before,
I don't know.
Sure. So her mom's friend was sick and essentially was worried that, you know, she might not survive, and was telling Ellen, my dad's first wife, that she really did not want her husband to remarry. That
The other
she
woman.
felt like Kai did, that would be dishonoring her. And Ellen told the woman that she didn't think that was the case, that she thought that the most beautiful thing would be if they immediately went out and found another person, because that meant that you know, she felt like if my father went out and got married and started seeing people right away, that would mean that he was lonely, and that the only reason he'd be lonely is if, you know, he loved her so much and was so happy with her that he was trying to replace her, that he was trying to fill that void, that if there wasn't a void, that, you know, their love wasn't real. And so, you know, my sister at you know, 15 years old or 14 years old, like, you know, just kind of unsolicited,
she was
heard this
down with
story
it.
from her mom and was like totally happy that my dad met my mom and got remarried and rebuilt his life. And I remember as a kid that being so formative to me, that, like, you know,
But Arkai was like,
he should spend the rest of his life alone. That was like literally what he said.
He said it was age dependent. That if you're older, then you shouldn't get remarried. And Sage's dad was there, and Sage's dad is probably
He's 81.
He's 81. I go, so Bob doesn't deserve love? He doesn't deserve to and Kai just kept digging the hole. I was like, Bob deserves love too.
And he's like, no, he just, no, there's too late.
That's what Kai said.
And I'm like, dude, this is what you call digging the hole deeper.
Yeah, and
like,
maybe
this
age,
is an indefensible position.
Maybe age will give Kai more perspective.
From somebody who is not does not have much experience or perspective and hasn't even dated his first girl yet. So
yeah,
he doesn't know.
He doesn't.
But
know.
I did think in my mind, like, I was like, so Kai and I do all this stuff together, and we'll be out in the woods, just the two of us, for hours. And in my head, I was like, you know, I'm gonna tell Kai the story of my sister. Is there one remaining in there?
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Because I remember as a kid, like, you know, that had an effect on me. Like, when my father was dying and passed, like, I totally wanted my mom to, you know, be able to fill that.
Yep, and she has.
Yeah.
With somebody wonderful.
Absolutely.
Anyhow, that's just us coffee fireside chatting with you today.
Coffee talk. You need to, like, kick your legs up.
Man, we have so many amazing projects we want to work on, and I've been talking with another dealer down in Southern California that I think we're gonna do some team teaching
totally,
to.
Marlene, totally.
Oh, and I was glad. Yeah, right? He found somebody to be with him too. I told Patrick I want to go like in The Notebook, where we just like we're laying on one bed together, just facing each other, looking at each other with love, and then done.
That would mean that you'd have dementia, and I'd have to tell you a story every day about
you'd have to remind us about our love.
I just make stuff up too. I'd be like,
we'd have like amazing adventures, like so far beyond like my imagination. But I think, wouldn't that be great? We'll just like
I don't know if that's really.
He doesn't like that. He doesn't like that. Anyhow,
What if
okay.
I'm not ready? You're like, come on, let's go, and I'm like, no.
Why do you always make it sound like I'm gonna go first? He always tells me I'm gonna go first. Anyhow,
I don't know. Maybe it's the Funyuns.
Cause you
and the sitting and the lack of activity.
Have a great day. Be creative. Make something incredible. We will see you tomorrow. And yeah, well, tomorrow's the big giveaway. We'll have a great question and we'll have a great giveaway. That Marlene's probably going to win. No, I'm just kidding.
We were literally, somebody came in and was like, you should have seen the look on your face when Marlene won. Marlene, you're like
Marlene, we
the
love
luckiest
you. But you
random
win.
comment picker.
I know,
In
we
fact,
were like,
I might even after like your recent streak say,
Marlene, go buy a lottery ticket.
To
No, go buy a lottery ticket, Marlene. Go buy a lottery ticket right now.